Hello, everybody. Today, kind of just throwing out some new content, and I wanted to discuss the Activision-Blizzard lawsuit that was filed late July. And I'm going to be paying attention, reading through some articles because I want to make sure I get all the facts right and whatnot. Um, So, first off, $62 billion company, Activision-Blizzard. Um, the state of California filed a lawsuit that alleges female employees constant sexual harassment from having to continuously fend off unwanted sexual comments to being groped. And then there were also equality issues. They were paid much less. They were overlooked for promotions. There was one example of a male employee being promoted over a female and then delegating his job down back to the female. Sounds fair and equitable, right? So DJ's part of Women in Tech. We've talked to a number of women on ThriveCast. And let's just be honest, being a woman in IT is tough enough as it is. And sorry, just making sure everything's working. But this is big because Blizzard in particular has been, in the past, from a reputation standpoint, from a game maker standpoint, has been pretty darn awesome. When you think of quality games, it has always come back to Blizzard. Now, that's not a comment on their internal culture back when they were just Blizzard. I have no idea. This stuff could have been going on the entire time. But I don't know that. What I know is what's been filed in the lawsuit by the state of California. And from the employees that have come out and spoken up about this. So for me, I've been a Blizzard fan for forever. Warcraft, Orc versus Humans. I don't even know if you can see over there. I've got a bunch of Warcraft statuettes, Diablo, Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo. I play Hearthstone. Never really got into Overwatch. That's just not my thing. But been a big fan of Blizzard since Warcraft first came out. And every release of their games has always meant quality, has always meant fun, which is, since Activision bought them, has really slipped, gone downhill. But that is neither here nor there. So I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. The fact that something this pervasive still exists today in any workplace is maddening. It's sad that this still happens and that this is considered in many cases to be just normal behavior. There's a lot of people that will say, oh, the woke culture is doing this, blah, blah, blah. No. This is human decency, treating people as they should be treated. Working, getting paid on your merits, not having to worry about are you making less than the person next to you, even though you're doing the same exact job. And these aren't just minor transgressions either. Pull up here what else going on. So now the the wild thing is how um, uh, is really how all of this has. Well, all right. Bleh, let me start that over. What's surprising is the I don't even know how to put this because I don't want to say idiocy, but I mean the Activision Blizzard came out like denying it, fighting it, calling it, not getting the facts straight, things like that. I do want to make one correction. It was July 20th that the uh, lawsuit was filed. I said July 30th. It's actually July 20th. Um, Women would go to HR, people would go to HR would cover it up, brush it off. The president of Blizzard would do the same. So basically, these are people that had nowhere to go. These women are being harassed. I mean, that alone is just is wrong. I mean, it's yeah. It just I'm it just it just gets to me so much that this still happens today. It again, this is just human decency. This isn't a woke culture. This isn't anything that should be extraordinary in just treating people like they should be treated as people. Um, but so this has gone on. They come out kind of fighting, and they had the leader of the Activision Blizzard King, I think it is ABK. They're all under Activision. Um, the head of their women's group, obviously, clear was a woman. She came out saying, "No, this does not happen." Um, it, it's so tone deaf, the response that they send out. Um, it's it's just not even right. Um, then you get other things coming from let's see, co-founder Mike Morheim, who had left the company a while ago. Then you had Chris Metzen, who had left the company a bit ago. Both, what I would say is an acknowledgement that this has been going on for a very long time. So I would guess this went maybe even before Activision acquired Blizzard. So Activision comes out, says things that are just makes it worse. Let's put it that way. July 26th, Activision holds an all hands meeting. Sounds good. That only has room for 500 staff. You have to realize how big and huge Activision is. It's huge. Thousands and thousands of employees. But only 500 can show up, or, whatever it was. And then Blizzard current and former employees basically send an open letter about how the chief compliance officer, the one that was the liaison or whatever to the women's group at Activision Blizzard, Fran Townsend, she had said that the depictions were distorted and untrue. And then they sent a letter saying basically, yeah, you need to do something about her. I mean, that's just such a stupid remark, because it's clear that that's what's happening. So July 27th, these Blizzard employees, for current and former, They do a work stoppage, and they have four demands, which in my opinion, are reasonable. An end to mandatory arbitration in employee contracts. Personally, don't if you've got nothing to hide, why do companies put this in there? Because they want to cover things up that they don't want to get public. It's not a great practice. More diverse recruiting and hiring practices, publication of compensation data, promotion rates, and salary ranges. Basically, they want to make that stuff open so that people can see, to make sure that they're getting paid appropriate amounts, promotion rates, and I understand that's a little slippery slope because you really want that stuff on merit, but I'm going to say that the promotion rates were not based entirely on merit whatsoever. And a company-wide diversity, equity, and inclusion task force empowered to hire a third-party company to audit Activision-Blizzard. So, okay, July 28th, the next day, they do their walkout. Now, there was a room, an office of an executive at Blizzard that was known as the Cosby Suite, as in Bill Cosby. So you kind of it's just there's so much wrong going on as I'm reading through this article. It's just so disappointing. Now Blizzard, or Activision Blizzard, has gone out and hired a third party. That Fran Townsend has caused more controversy. The problem with whistleblowing, yeah, that's brilliant timing. But they hire an audit firm that is known for being anti-employee. And it has ties with Activision already. So not really a, I guess, clean third party. I can't think of another word for it. J. Allen Brack leaves. J. Allen Brack leaves as head of Blizzard. And then the head of HR at Blizzard is gone, just kind of disappeared. And while Bobby Kotick, the CEO of Activision, has come out and said many of the right things, as you would expect, eventually they will start publicly saying the correct things, even though they may not mean it, they're at least correct. Has not, to this date that I've seen, acknowledged any of those four demands that employees have asked for. So where this all leads is there just needs to be a wake-up call here, people. Man, woman, black, white, anyone, human being. We all need to be treated with respect. It shouldn't matter if you're a man or a woman. It shouldn't matter if you're black, white, somewhere else, wherever you come from. None of this should really matter, but it still does. And it's unfortunate. And that's why we have groups like Women in Tech. We have all these groups, and I know there's a lot of people out there that deny it and use that, oh, it's the woke thing, it's PC, it's blah blah blah. Again, I don't buy that for a second, because it just means that you're not a decent human being. You don't feel people should be treated based on merit, not their sex. Please step away, go away. You don't need that crap here. There are a lot of brilliant people out there, men and women. And to see this still happening, especially in tech, I mean, I'm failing words in something I'm supposed to be talking about because this really gets to me. Because it puts a bad name on everything we do, whether it's gaming or IT, because this is not an Activision Blizzard only thing. I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not. This happens way too much, way too often, um, and is covered up most of the time. The fact that there were people that came out and made these complaints, these women that stepped up and had enough, and they should be congratulated, applauded, because that's hard to do. If I mean, I can't even imagine being in that position. I've been let go because of standing up, but you know, to it's yeah, it just should not be happening. This is just common sense stuff. Um, and then for Activision Blizzard to come out defiant, like this was going to just suddenly disappear because they said it's untrue. This has been a very long investigation. This is not like a recent thing that has happened. This frat boy culture that was prevalent. And I would not be surprised to see more of this with other companies, in particular the gaming companies. I mean, it's bad enough being a developer in some of those places because of the hours and the way they're treated and the fact that you can be, yeah, I mean, like in most America, but you're only as good as the game you've created. A lot of times, once a game is done, boom, you're out of a job. It's a crazy, crazy business. Um, but please, if you're seeing this, if you're a male and you are seeing this happening in your workplace, you gotta start standing up. You gotta start saying things. This is not appropriate. I mean, groping women in the middle of a work anytime. I mean, it's not even a workplace thing, but to do it while you're at work, where yeah, you just shouldn't be doing it. Should not be doing that, no matter where you are. This is yeah, it's not even a workplace issue. This is just again being a decent human being, which seems to be real tough sometimes, um, and especially as of late. I know there's a big, we're going to be selfish because it's my rights, it's my freedoms, and you can't step on those. I'll step on yours all I want, but you can't step on mine. Yeah, no. Treat people, the whole golden rule thing, treat people the way you want to be treated. You need to be treated. You want to be treated. Treat people the same. You want respect, you got to show respect. And please, if you're seeing this type of thing, call it out, make it loud, make it proud. If you're on the other end of it, I can't even imagine being on that side of it. I'm a male. I can't imagine. Um, but hopefully, people find courage to step up and make these things known more and more so that we can break this cycle. It's ridiculous that this is happening. I know I keep saying that. I can't get over it. So yeah, if there's any women's groups around, women in tech, women in anything, um, I do want to point out on Twitter, um, if you do the at a better abk, a better better, and I'll put links and everything in here. ABK, Activision Blizzard King, I think, yeah, King. This is a group of former and current employees that have gotten together, created this Twitter account, documenting everything, how it's going, and whatnot. Out there, you will find that they have images for social media for you to be able to show support for the women that have gone through this. You know, and calling for change, because this is the time this stuff needs to change. I mean, it should have been done a long time ago. Every time I think we've taken a step forward, it seems like we take 12 steps back. Um, and this is just not good, not appropriate. This does not help anything whatsoever. This is not a boys will be boys. It's not that at all. There there are times for that, but not like this. Not like this at all. So that's what I wanted to say. I guess I could go on, I think, but I keep repeating myself because I'm so incredulous. So if you're going out there, treat everybody the same. Show your support to these women at A Better ABK. Find them on Twitter. You'll find articles everywhere about the whole thing, the timelines, everything. So yeah, please support everybody that needs the support. Don't let it happen in your workplace. Boys will be boys. How about men will be men, and stand up for those that are being harassed? Be a man, not a boy. Thank you all. See ya later.